boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, stacking that paper, that cheese, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we are on our way to the top. Well over 30,000 subscribers and approaching 40K non-stop action. Even big salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. Big salute to y'all. Listen, man, I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in this lane, homie. And if you merge into this lane, we gonna crash out. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now listen, man, do me a favor. Wipe your feet off before you step into the big house. Make sure you clean and wipe off your feet. You feel what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell ring every time we go live. Make sure you hit that notification bell. You got to do that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You got to do that. All right? So big salute to y'all, man. I know we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to catch up on. I mean, we going to lock in for sure this live stream. Potent, pure content straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight, listen, man, you already know it. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Every live stream, every bit and piece of content will be intentional. So here we are. Big salute to y'all, man. You already know how we do. Big salute to the chat. Yeah. We gonna tap in. You know, we got some things to talk about. And we're gonna really drop some game in this live stream right here. It's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. It's a lot going on in the world, just period. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, it's always deeper than rap. It get deep, it get wicked, and you already know that it's deeper than rap. So we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about, but then we're going to go deeper. We're gonna really have a conversation, man. Let me do what I do. Y'all already know how I give it up. Before we get into the live stream, before we get into the content, before we, you know, break into, you know, the issues at hand and the topics at hand, I got to do some customizations to the chat. It's a lot of distractions. It's a lot of bots. You know, the higher ups and the elites are working overtime when it come to the message, when it come to the downloads, when it come to what's going on with Grown Man Business TV. The higher ups do not take a day off, and we're going to talk about that. You know, I've really got some potent downloads and some potent pure dope to give you straight off the brick into the bottles right here on this beautiful Sunday. It's a lot to talk about. You understand? And, you know, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. So we're going to tap in. I want to get right into it. Big salute to the chat. I see y'all. You see that right there at the bottom, right? Make sure that before you get in the live chat with your Twitter fingers and you're doing all the Twittering and all the typing and all the texting and all that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, homie. You know what I mean? Make sure you locked into the channel before you get to trying to get my attention, before you get to trying to throw off the message and all that when it come to Grown Man Business TV. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And listen, if you don't hit the subscribe button, don't worry about it. Sit in the back of the class, close your mouth, and open your eyes. You understand what I'm saying? And sit and watch. But you're not going to be able to communicate in the chat if you don't subscribe to the channel. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. So, big salute to the chat, man. Big salute to my investors. Big, you know, I really appreciate the love, man. You got to understand something. Everybody in the DMs tapped in with me. Grown Man Business TV, yo, where you at? GMB TV, we need your perspective on this topic. We need to know what you think about that topic. I really appreciate the love because, you know, it further confirms to me that we are in the right direction and we are doing the right thing. You understand? We're gonna talk about what's going on with Doechi. But you got to understand something. That is only a segue into the real message. That is only going to be a segue into the real message, into what's really going on behind closed doors, behind the smoke and mirrors. It's so much more deeper than the celebrity that they prop up in front of you. It's so much deeper. It's a spiritual war that's going on outside. Spiritual warfare. That's exactly what we're looking at. But what you got to understand is when you have a powerful message, when you mean something to this culture, when you have something to deliver to the people, The spiritual warfare don't just stop when it come to your YouTube channel. It don't just stop when it come to celebrities, homie. The evils are gonna use people that are the closest to you. The closest people in your circle are the only ones that are able to touch you. So the people that you love the most, the people that you keep the closest, are going to be the ones that can possibly become a Judas. And we're going to talk about that as well. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. You know, I could have been a preacher when it come to this, the way I deliver this message. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you are locked into the Realest on YouTube. You understand me? We not going to talk about the average, and we're not going to talk about what's obvious. We're going to go deeper than rap. Now, Doechi. She made some remarks recently about heterosexual men that are viral. She made some remarks. She made some statements. She gave her thought process on, you know, what it would take to date her, or, you know, mingle with her, or whatever the conversation was about. And it led to some things being said that are now viral, that are now filling up my DMs and asking me, Grown Man Business TV, you know, understanding that I stand on grown man business. What is my perspective on what she said? So being as though I'm not fully in tune with Doechi, I don't listen to her music, I'm not locked in with this particular puppet, I had to do my due diligence. And I looked into what she said, and I understand why people are upset about it. I understand why it is going viral. I understand why it is a topic of discussion. You understand? And you already know I got the receipts. You already know I kept the receipts, because that's what we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We kept the receipts. We keep them in the stash and we use them. So we're definitely going to let her speak for herself, in case you don't know what she said, or you don't know how she said it in the context that she said it. And, you know, I sat with that. I sat with that for a day or so. And I said to myself, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and speak on that, because, you know, anytime somebody has something to say about the Rainbow Coalition, anytime somebody has something to say about a transmission, anytime anybody gives their opinion, you know, on the Rainbow Coalition, it goes viral. You know, you're homophobic. You understand what I'm saying? And you shouldn't say that, and you shouldn't talk about that, and you shouldn't speak on people like that. But nobody stands up to protect heterosexual men. Nobody feels the need to speak out. Nobody feels disrespected. Nobody feels the need to correct this young lady when it comes to heterosexual men. You understand what I'm saying? And it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, but we going to stand on that business over here. I told y'all before, a long time ago, I feel like as heterosexual men, we should have a heterosexual day parade. The same way y'all have a Rainbow Day parade, we should have a heterosexual day parade. And anytime you try to disrespect, you know, what a heterosexual man is, what we represent and what we stand for, we gonna stand on that business, and we gonna correct that. So, you know, we're gonna get into this, but it's deeper than this. And this is gonna be a message to all men. I told you, Grown Man Business TV is a universal language. When you are speaking grown man business, it is a universal language. It surpasses your creed, your race, your religion. It surpasses all of that. Because it's grown men that stand on grown man business in every race, in every religion, in every creed, in every part, anywhere in the world, you're going to have grown men that are like-minded. And this message is for young men, older men, middle-aged men. I'm going to speak to all of y'all in this particular message today. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But I thought it was absolutely nasty work. I thought that it was nasty work, because as soon as you give your opinion about a man dressing up as a woman, as soon as you give your opinion about a man being bisexual, oh, that's hate. That's hate speech. on YouTube, on this application, in this matrix, on these portals that we play in. It is considered hate speech when you speak on these different levels of delusion. Oh yeah, it's delusion. You a man with a wig on, you are delusional. You are a man that thinks you are a woman, you are delusional. That is a sickness. But if we speak and diagnose these sicknesses, we are spreading hate speech. But a female, a woman, right? A bisexual woman can have her open opinion about what a heterosexual man is and what a heterosexual man ain't, and that's okay. And there is no coincidence. There is no coincidence. It is not a coincidence why it's going down like that. It's an agenda being pushed. It's a seed being planted. All right? So big salute to the chat, man. Well over 150 people in here. Hit the like button when you step in the building. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna take a few minutes to break down what's going on with Doechi, and then we're gonna go further. Because this is not celebrity gossip. This is not that. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Hit the like button. Run the likes up. We in the algorithm if you like it or not. The message is pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. Hit the like button. Big salute to the chat.
What's my biggest dating red flag? Is it being on the DL? You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men. I was gonna say men. No, I mean, strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual. Yeah. I was gonna say, so technically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing. I think you do, friend. What's my biggest dating red flag? Is it being on the DL? You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men. I was gonna say men. No, I mean, strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual. Yeah. I was gonna say, so technically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing. I think you do, friend.
What EMF does, it starts to eat.
Big salute to the chat. Now, you already know YouTube is going to throw those apps in there. You already know how YouTube going to do that. But basically, you know, she said her biggest red flag in dating or whatever, right, is a heterosexual man. A straight man is a red flag. And that is what is going viral. That is what is, you know, making people react. The fact that she's calling heterosexual men a red flag. Now, I'm like I said, I'm not gonna spend a lot on Doechi. You know what I'm saying? Doechi is, again, yeah, Aboriginal. Obviously an industry plant. I spoke on this a long time ago. You know, we all thought that Doechi was gonna be this dark chocolate rapper, you know what I'm saying, that were bringing more of lyrical content and more skills to the game, and she wasn't going to have to succumb to what the industry is, and we were all wrong. You understand? And I seen it a long time ago. But I want to kind of break something down, right? The song Denial is a River. Denial is a River by Doechi is a song that she wrote when she was poor. She wrote this song when she was a regular 9-to-5 working civilian in America, and she had not had a taste of fame and fortune. So this song is pretty honest. It's the honest mind state of what she really believes before being tainted by the industry. And let me give you an example. In the song, she says, you know, I had to look at the screen. I got in the DMs, looked at the profile pic, found out the girl is really a dude. Oopsie, made a whoopsie, $1,000 made me whoopie. Like, she said that she was dating the guy, and in so many words, the guy had a boyfriend that she didn't know about. He was on the DL, right? And that was a problem for her. That upset her. Before she has any fame and fortune, a man being on the DL was a problem. Once she gets into the industry, now she's willing to date any type of man except for a heterosexual man. This is the agenda being implemented. This is an artist that wants to be famous, that wants to work, that wants to do music, that wants to be in the industry, being rerouted. Okay, you got some fame, you got some fortune, but this is the agenda you're going to push if you want to go to the next level. Now, why is she saying this? Let's go step by step. After she does this song where she's kind of bashing the Rainbow Coalition, she's kind of saying that she doesn't like the man that is bisexual, which is a Rainbow Coalition member, respectfully. In this song, she has to now double back and she has to fix that. So she goes on to the Breakfast Club. She lets everybody know that she's bisexual, right? And she has no problem, you know, dating a bisexual man. Well, that wasn't enough, Doechi. That wasn't enough. The higher ups in the elite say, listen, sweetheart, we need more. We need more from you, all right? So her next move was the Grammy performance. Now, I want to show y'all where I understood she was an industry plant. The Grammy performance. I want y'all to look and remember this performance if it's already slipped your mind. This is when I knew that Doechi wasn't who she proclaimed to be. This is when I knew officially she was an industry plant. You already know we keep the receipts over here, right? So we're gonna run through this. I want y'all to just take a look, and then we're gonna talk. We're gonna double back. So remember, in that song, she said she wasn't with that. When she steps into the industry, now she's with it. But that's not enough, Doechi. We need more. We need you to do more, Doechi. All right? Big salute to the chat. Big salute. Watch this. Now, right here. Right here. You got men in skirts. The visual. We not even, that's not even the main topic. That's not even the main situation, but we got men in skirts. So it's really about planting the seed. It's really about pushing agenda without you even understanding that an agenda is being pushed. You got black men in skirts. Nothing too crazy, right? Okay, watch this. Whew. Now, first and foremost, I cut the music off because, you know, YouTube is not going to go for that. But at the same time, I cut the music off because the music is a distraction. The music is a distraction to the symbolism that's being pushed in this particular situation. Now, what you just watched was Doechi's first Grammy performance. Now, mind you, I'm going to tell you something. That was unprecedented. We have never seen on the Grammys a absolutely dark-skinned black woman get damn near naked on live TV and pop, lock, and drop it all over the stage for the higher ups and the elites. And they really, you know, you got to understand, I want you to walk with me. They thought that this right here was what was going to go viral. They thought that Doechi being on the Grammy stage, half naked, pop locking and dropping it for the higher ups and the elites was going to be enough to walk her through the door. But we are in a day and age where all women are basically naked. On Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, it is not out of the ordinary to see a naked woman with her whole ass out, her whole breast out, jumping around, gyrating, pop locking and dropping it. So that's not something that's really shocking to us. We have been desensitized to that type of activity. So this is when I knew that Doechi was an industry plant. But what we didn't understand, and what the higher ups and the elites didn't understand, because they are always out of touch. They are always out of touch with the people. They don't know. That's what make me so powerful. That's what make my voice so powerful. Is because they are out of touch with what's happening on the ground. The higher ups and the elites don't understand we have been fully desensitized. So she ain't even doing a lot. She got panties on. She ain't got a thong on. So she does this whole thing right here. And it's not enough to walk her through the door. It's not enough for her to have the type of influence that they feel she should have to be able to go to the next level. Doechi, we need you. We need you to perform at the Grammys. We want you to get naked. You don't mind if you get kind of naked, right? Yeah, just your panties and your bra is all we need. You know, do your performance in your panties and bra, you go to the next level. Well, guess what? The internet didn't react to this the way the higher ups and elites thought that the internet was going to react to this performance. Okay, well, now listen, we got to double back, Doechi. That wasn't the one. That didn't work. That didn't go viral. That didn't make a statement. That's not enough. It was enough for me because I can see through the smoke and mirrors. Run them likes up, man. 200 people in the chat. Get the likes up when you come into this building, homie. Wipe your feet off before you step into the big house. Because I can step into the smoke and mirrors and I can see what's on the other side, I noticed that she had sold her soul with this performance. The same Doechi that came out respectfully, that dressed pretty modest, that didn't have too much, you know, cleavage, she wasn't showing too much. Now she's on the Grammy stage, butt ass naked. This is not BET Awards. This is not MTV. This is not Rolling Loud. This is the actual Grammy Awards where she did this performance at. Humiliation ritual. Walk you through the door. Take you to the other side. But it didn't work like that. All right? What do we need for you to do, Doechi? Well, listen, we need you to go a step further. And don't mind the background, it's raining. Yeah, when I get to drop in this game, it opens up the clouds, it opens up the skies, the firmament opens up. The firmament opens up when my voice rings out. Doechi, we need you to do a little bit more. We need you to do a little bit more. Now, this is what we're gonna have you do. We're gonna have you disrespect the red pill sector. We're gonna have you disrespect the manosphere. We're gonna have you talk down and disrespect grown ass men. And guess what, Doechi? That act right there, what she said at that podcast, what she said that went viral is what she needed to get through the door. Doechi is an industry plant. Doechi will be put here to emasculate grown men, homie. See, getting naked, listen, the women are already getting naked. They fulfilled that with wet ass pussy, with Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and certain other artists that got women comfortable with being butt ass naked on camera, on Instagram, on Facebook, on the MTV, on Rolling Loud. They've already accomplished that. We're gonna use you to furthermore emasculate grown men. So, exactly, JP, I see you in the chat. Big salute. No shame in this. We, you know, women have been robbed of all shame. Women have been robbed of all shame. So we don't need you. Yeah, look. They have robbed women of all shame. And Doechi didn't mind getting up on that Grammy stage, pop locking and dropping it. So, again, this particular agenda, this particular seed that's being planted is the emasculation of grown men. The emasculation of the American heterosexual male. This is not something that's being pushed overseas. This is not something that's being used on other continents and in other countries. This is directly shot at the American heterosexual male, especially the Black American heterosexual male. Now we're gonna get deeper into this, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time on Doechi. She is an industry plant. She's doing exactly what she been put on TV to do. She's doing exactly what she been put in front of y'all to do. And before we get off of Doechi, I want to say this, right? I saw a video of Doechi and Lauryn Hill. And again, I'm able to see through the smoke and mirrors. When you put these glasses on, it's hard to look away. It's hard to deny what you are exposed to. Lauryn Hill was supposed to be Doechi. Lauryn Hill was supposed to be exactly what Cardi B and what Doechi and what Megan Thee Stallion is. But the problem is they couldn't predict the success that Lauryn Hill had with her one album. The higher ups and the elites are always disconnected from the people. So the difference between a Doechi and a Lauryn Hill is that Lauryn Hill dropped her initial album. That shit went 5-10 times platinum, diamond. It's one of the highest selling albums of all time. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. She was dropping game in that album. And before the higher ups and the elites could get a grip on that, it had already caught fire. Follow me on this before we go further. The higher ups and the elites tried to double back and then walk Lauryn Hill through the door after the success of her first album. They saw the first album go platinum and they said, yo, hold on. We have not walked Lauryn Hill through the door. Well, listen, man, she's already platinum. She's already 3 times platinum. I mean, what do you want us to do? Tell Lauryn Hill she need to come to one of these parties. And that's what made Lauryn Hill go crazy. That's why, and that's what created the Lauryn Hill that we know today. Lauryn Hill was not crazy at first. The fact that she dropped that album, she went 2, 3, 4 times platinum and then got introduced to one of those Diddy parties. That's what drove her crazy. After going platinum, after having the success of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and then having to go to one of these parties and do the Diddy dance, it really shattered her vision of the industry and it drove her crazy. So now what you notice is before these artists get the full brunt of success, they have to go through the door. Before Doechi can be on a stage with Lauryn Hill, before Doechi can be, the first female rapper to do X, Y, and Z, she had to get butt-ass naked on the Grammy stage. Before she was able to win, look at the trajectory of her career after busting it open on that stage. Look at the trajectory. Straight to the top. Now, again, man, I wanted to throw that out there because that is what I am being asked about in my DMs when it comes to what she said about heterosexual males. But I want to go deeper than rap, and I'm going to stay right where we at, but I'm going to take it to another level. Recently I had a conversation. I'll call it a conversation with somebody very close to me, very near and dear to my heart, somebody very close to me. And, I thought that they supported what I do when it comes to delivering these messages, when it comes to my content. And in this conversation, I was made aware. I was made aware by being able to read through the lines and read between the lines and read and see past the smoke and mirrors that this particular person actually is jealous of what I do on the YouTube, is a hater, really, is a Judas. You understand what I'm saying? And, they told me, instead of talking about celebrities, you should be doing this. Instead of talking about celebrities, you should be doing that. And it discouraged me for a few seconds. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? I know the voice is more powerful than CNN. I know the voice is more powerful than Fox News. I know the voice is more powerful than DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God playing butt tag every day on your morning radio service, on your way to school, on your way to work. I know the voice is powerful, but I am only a vessel for these messages. I'm only a vessel for these downloads that I deliver to my subscribers and to my people. So it discouraged me. It discouraged me. It made me think twice. It made me reevaluate what I'm doing. And it made me do something that I haven't done yet, which is stop what I'm doing and doubt myself, doubt my downloads, doubt my content, doubt what I feel and what I deliver on this channel. You know what I mean? It made me doubt myself. And as a heterosexual black man, as a grown man that stands on grown man business, it all tied in together. You know, the whole situation with Doechi, you know, the emasculation of men, the emasculation of grown man business, the ideology of grown man business being assassinated every day on American soil. It resonated with me because, you know, I felt like that's what that was. You know, I'm powerful, right? And instead of you, you know, trying to enhance that power, instead of you trying to motivate and elevate that power, right? You tried to emasculate that power. You made me doubt that power. You made me doubt myself. You made me doubt the message. And, you know, how does that tie into this GMB TV? You know, where are you going with this? Well, you know, that statement that Doechi made is going to do the same thing to a lot of young men. You know, who are the people, what's the demographic of fans that listen to Doechi, that hear her message, that hear her music the most? It is young people. It's young people on TikTok that listen to Doechi, that listen to these rappers and these artists. And when Doechi says the biggest red flag is a heterosexual male in dating, it is a young boy out there, it is a young man out there that thinks that Doechi is the most beautifulest girl in the world. And for her to say him being himself, him being a heterosexual male is the biggest red flag, it might just change and alter his mind to think that he needs to be a bisexual male. It might make him doubt himself as a heterosexual male and make him do something else as a youngster. You know, again, I am not influenced by the higher ups and the elites, but the energies are not going to use celebrities to influence somebody like Grown Man Business TV. The higher ups and the elites, the energies of this world are not going to use a celebrity to influence me. They already know I am not influenced. I am not an idol worshiper. I don't give a fuck what a celebrity is doing. Especially if a celebrity is selling his soul or selling her soul to get there. You know, I understand what the words say. I understand what is it to a man to gain the world and sell his soul. So the higher ups and the elites got to go a step further with me. They got to go a step further. You know, I'm human. So I might not open my heart to a higher up in the elite. I might not open my heart to a celebrity. I might not be influenced by that, but you know, something that my kid might say to me might influence me. Something that my wife might say to me might influence me. Something that my best friend might say to me could influence me. It could alter me. It could make me doubt myself. It can make me say, I'm gonna tell you something. Salute to everybody in my DMs, you know, where you been at? You know, that's where I was at. I was somewhere doubting myself. When somebody told me, you know, you could be doing this and you should be doing that. And you should be doing this instead of talking. If you knew about this and it, what? I wish I would have knew you felt like that a long time ago. And this same person is always on every fucking live stream. This same person is always watching me. Calculating my steps, watching my moves on YouTube. Telling me how proud they are, telling me they love my, but deep down inside, see, it's the Judas, the higher ups and the evils have to use somebody that's closest to you. Now let's go a step further with this. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to the chat, because I want to tell you something. Before I go a step further, I need you to know the evils will never win. I put nobody on a pedestal except for God. No man, woman, or child is on a pedestal when it comes to Grown Man Business TV. God is on a pedestal. I don't listen to what you tell me to do. I listen to the ancestors. I listen to God. God, man, woman, and child. The only thing above me is God. So I don't care if it's my wife, if it's my mother. I don't care if it's my children. I don't give a fuck who it is. You can't alter this. And because I know you watching, there's your message. There's your answer. You know, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap because heterosexual men are under attack. Masculinity is under attack. They would make you think that, the Rainbow Coalition is under attack. They would make you think, they would have you believe that transmissions are under attack. And what I'm here to tell you is heterosexual males are the most attacked. We are the most unprotected. We have no protection. You know why? Because we are the alphas. And alphas don't have protection. You've never seen an alpha ask for help, ask for protection. We are the protection. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. You know, with that being said, right? With that being said, it's only right that me being considered a unk in America, in society, I am considered a unk, right? It's only right that unk double back and give nephew the game. I got to give you the game, nephew. I got to be real with you. I got to let you know why the energies, why women, why all these different angles are able to be used on heterosexual men to alter who we are, to make us doubt ourselves, to make us think twice. Let me give you an example before I get into this. Our grandfathers, right? Our grandfathers were men. They were the epitome of what a man is. Our grandfathers were the epitome of what grown man business is. And it didn't take for them to make $1 million a year. It didn't take. Most of our grandfathers were not rich. Most of our grandfathers worked in the Ford plant, in factories. They were alive for the Industrial Revolution. They worked in factories. And guess what? They were respected as men. Your grandmama respected your grandfather as a grown-ass man. Your kids, your mother, your daddy, they respected your grandfather as a grown-ass man. And guess what? The grandbabies all respected your grandfather as a grown-ass man. He did not have $1 million. He was not riding in a Maybach. He was not riding in a Rolls Royce. He was a grown-ass man that got up and went to work every day and tried to make ends meet. And he was respected as a grown man. But in today's age, right, if you're not making a certain amount of money, if you're not, this high level man that they have drawn up and put in front of us, then you're not a man in today's society. If you haven't made $1 million, you're not a man in today's society. If you're not riding around in a Maybach, you're not a man in today's society. That is the beginning stages of how we have lost the foot control. We have lost control of what a man is in America. That is the beginning stages of women thinking that they could tell us what men are and what men do. Again, back in the day, you never heard your grandmama tell your grandfather what the fuck a man was. You never heard your parents never talk to your grandparents about what a man was and what a man wasn't. And that's what we got to get back to. Now, my generation, we lost that. My generation is the beginning stages of losing that. But the game I'm going to give to these youngsters is going to be the generation that reverses what's going on right now. Big salute to the chat, man. I want to run something before we get into the game I got for you, for men out there. The game I got for men out there, because, you know, leave it up to somebody close to me. I shouldn't be talking to y'all because I need to make sure I'm making more money. I shouldn't be wasting my time giving up this game because I need to be out there figuring out how to make $100 trillion. You know, according to a woman. If I was to let a woman tell me what a man is, my ass would be in a skirt somewhere. If I was to let a woman, nah, we not doing that. And what I'm here to tell you, youngster, is you got a lot of time to fix. You got to know something. We're going to get deeper into this. We're going to get deeper into this. Because it's only right that the OGs turn around and tell you youngsters, hey, homie, don't do it that way. Do it this way. Now, what I want to do is I want to give a big salute to the Viral Way podcast. The Viral Way podcast. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I just got kind of turned on to the Viral Way, and I really like the message that this young man was delivering, or this OG. I'm not sure his age, but big salute to the Viral Way podcast. West Coast dudes. You know, it's the first podcast or the first content creators I've seen out the West Coast that's not, you know, selling out to gang culture, not selling out to Adam 22, and they got a real message. They're not selling out the you know, the LBG 123 ABC community. The Viral Way podcast are some young dudes out there in Cali that have a message, and I respect it. And I want to just let him speak his piece real quick, and then I'm going to talk to you guys. We're going to have a conversation, man. You know, again, I told you it's deeper than Doechi. She did what she was supposed to do. She's an industry plant. She did what she was supposed to do. She told you that heterosexual men are a red flag. Well, guess what? When a woman talk out of place, it take a grown-ass man to put her back in her place. And your money don't make, listen, man, women got this shit confused. Women got it confused. Y'all think money make the man. When I'm here to tell you, man make the money. The money never made the man. You was who you was before you got here. Man make the money. The money don't make the man. That's why y'all in the position y'all in right now. That's why y'all can't find good men, because you think that the money make the man. I'm gonna get deeper into this. Again, before we get into this receipt, before I let this man speak some game to y'all, I'm just here to tell you, right? As a grown man, when somebody is critiquing you, don't get defensive. When somebody is hating on you, don't get defensive. When somebody is somewhat disrespecting you, hold your composure. Listen to what they gotta say. Let them talk. Let them say what they gotta say. And then take that information and apply it and say, does it apply to me or doesn't? And they might be saying something that's real. They might be saying something that's totally false, but a download and information will be downloaded. So a motherfucker hating on me, homie, a person telling me what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing, and telling me I shouldn't be on YouTube talking about this and I shouldn't be on you, only gave me the downloads to expose the hate and the jealousy behind those words. It only gave me the downloads to expose the Judases in your circle, to expose the fact that some of us are not influenced by celebrities. So when you are not influenced by a celebrity, guess what? Your wife is now going to be weaponized against you. Your children is going to be weaponized against you. Your mother, your best friend, your cousin, the people you open your heart to will be weaponized against you. It just come with the territory. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Hit that fucking like button, man. I need 100 likes in here. Pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. I'm going to let my man talk. I need 100 likes in here, and we're going to double back, and we're going to go deeper into this. We're going to go deeper into the emasculation of heterosexual black men and men of all colors, in all races and creeds in America. And we're going to talk why it's so important for them to emasculate and take us out of our prime, take us out of our light, make us wear schoolgirl skirts and dresses and all of that. Tap into the Realest on YouTube. Big salute. Hit that like button.
Structure. Heterosexual men, like myself and my son, that I'm raising to be a heterosexual man, as hating gay people. No, I hate the agenda that they push on our people, like everybody does. Everybody sees it. Read your own comments. Your own followers are saying, nah, that's bullshit. You know exactly what he's talking about. You can pretend like you don't know what's going on. We all know the agendas. Split the black family up. What they used to do to the biggest, strongest slave. Use homosexual tactics. Buck break them. Grape him in front of his wife and kids. Now they no longer respect him. Now none of the people in the community no longer respect him. So if they turn all the men homosexual and they have all the women bisexual, not wanting to get with men, guess what happens? We no longer have black babies and our community's done.
Are you looking to start your own business?
I'm gonna let them cook. I ain't gonna stop them. But you know, YouTube gotta step in. You know they gonna step into the message. Big salute to the chat, man.
So I got a problem with that. I got kids. I'm black. I have a problem with people pushing that narrative on our communities, period, point blank. And anybody got a problem with anybody standing up for that, you a weirdo. No exceptions. Anybody. I don't care if I knew you my whole life. If you got a problem with that, you's a fucking weirdo. Straight the fuck up. Second false thing he said. Oh, he said fuck TDE. Why he say fuck TDE? So not only did you try to get the homosexual community on us, you tried to low-key get TDE on us. Or try to turn TDE against us if they, I don't know if they're against us or not. To my knowledge, I never talked to nobody from over there, except for maybe Keem or somebody. But you tried to low-key put that spotlight on us by saying I said fuck TDE. No, correction, I know exactly what I said. It's these celebrities. We don't co-signs that agenda, which I called her out on, community, then fuck them too. That's it on us by saying I said fuck TDE. No, correction, I know exactly what I said. I said, I don't know if TDE is aware that she believes in these ideologies and push these narratives, but if they do, and if they support her pushing this agenda on our community, then fuck them too. That's what I said. I said if TDE co-signs that agenda, which I called her out on, fuck them too. It's no exceptions for nobody on planet Earth. I don't care who said it. Y'all idolize these celebrities. We don't. They're just men and women with money and fame. They still got to put their pants on one leg at a time, and they still bleed like all of us. I don't idolize celebrities. Our platform is not based on bringing celebrities on, so I don't give a fuck if they never come through for an interview. Our platform isn't celebrity based. We the celebrities over here. We the platform. When we bring guests on, that just adds to the ambiance and it adds to the content. But if no guests ever want to work with us ever, our platform still goes on. It still thrives. So you lied about me saying that.
Now, you know, he's having an issue with T-Rail from Community Podcast out there in Cali. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been spoke on T-Rail, AD, ODM Slim, Brick Baby. I've been spoke on all them West Coast dudes, man. Nipsey rolling in his grave looking at you dudes. Spider Loke, all you dudes on the West Coast, man, a disgrace to that shit. Disgrace. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother live stream, right? But I just really liked how this fellow heterosexual male stood on business, because you got to understand something. That's the same thing what's going on with Grown Man Business TV. This is not a celebrity-based platform. When celebrities reach out to me, which they do, when celebrities tap in with Grown Man Business TV, which they do, I respect that if that celebrity is respecting themselves. It's a few celebrities in my DM I have not responded to because I already seen you walk through the door. I'm good on that. And it's a couple of celebrities that hit my DM that I'm in contact with because I see pure intentions. And until you show me you working for the higher, until you do that, is what it is. And so we don't idolize celebrities. That's another grown man that's standing on his business. That's another grown man that makes the decision to do whatever he's going to do. And when you do that, you got to stand on that business. You don't get to cross the line and then come back over here. And before I go any further, I just want you to understand something, because it's a lot of people that's watching in the background. It's a lot of people that's they lurking. The same way I'm a king on this side of the fence. Celebrities, or you guys are on that side of the fence. I'm a king on this side of the fence. I'm powerful on this side. I can walk amongst the people. You can't. I can walk amongst the people the same way Jesus walked amongst the people, homie. I'm not saying I'm Jesus, because I'm not. But what I'm saying is Jesus walked amongst the people and he was powerful. You celebrities can't walk amongst the people. You need security to go in the mall. It's a different level of power over here. And when I listen to homie talk and salute the Viral Way podcast, I really respected the power I heard in his voice. See, kings are going to respect other kings. Shooters respect shooters. Killers respect killers. Kings respect kings. Salute to that podcast, man. Salute to them. Also, he was talking about the black family. And I'm just going to sum it up to the family, period. This is being pushed. When it comes to certain agendas, it ain't even it's deeper than race to a certain extent. This shit is being pushed to the heterosexual male. The black man, the white man, all men. The men that go into the forest and chop trees down, go hunting. The man of the house is under attack. Now, here we go. Here we go. Here goes the message. 53 minutes in. I need 100 likes in here. Here goes the message. To all men out there, do not listen. Your 20s and your 30s are not meant for marriage. They are not meant for relationships. These prime years of your life are meant for you to build yourself up as a man, to build your value, to build your value. I love our grandfathers. I love my generation. I love our fathers. But what has to happen is we got to look at our grandfather generation and we got to see what the mistakes were, and then we fix them for the next generation. And then our fathers' generation, we need to see where the mistakes was made, and then we need to fix it. And then our generation, we need to figure out what the mistakes is, and then tell the youngsters how to fix it. My generation, a lot of us have kids early, 21, 22, 23. We got children already, right? We get married early. Right? We got girlfriends and we're having different relationships. We're doing everything except for taking all the time needed to build ourselves up as men and make us and build our value up as men. Now, let me show you the difference, right? Women are born with their value. Women are born with the vagina, which gives them value in the marketplace. An 18-year-old woman that is beautiful, a millionaire would date her. But an 18-year-old young man that is handsome, working at McDonald's, nobody wants to date that man because he is in the process, in the journey of building up his value. So what happens, right? You get a girl pregnant at 22. You turn around, you get married at 25. You have not built up any value. You have not financially sustained yourself. Your credit is not where you wanted to be at. You have not found your purpose at 25 and started walking in your purpose. So these three things you have not accomplished, but you already have a baby, you already got a wife. And then what happens is now you have responsibilities outside yourself. So you have to worry about your children. You have to worry about your wife, and it's harder, 100 times harder to build up yourself as a man. And what happens in this process, right? Maybe you lose your job. Maybe because you have to bump your head as a man. You have to try things. You have to fail. And a lot of the times, most of the time, you need to fail in isolation. You need to fail when you're alone so that you can fail. You can see where you made a mistake at. You can fix it. You can try again. Maybe you succeed this time, or maybe you fail, but you don't need to fail when you got a wife and children. So let's say you already got a girlfriend, you got a wife, and you got a job, and you fail and you lose your job. That same female that you are in love with will now turn on you. Let's say you go broke. Nigga, you go broke. I'm trying to give you the pure dope. Go broke and see if your female love you the same. Lose everything. Lose everything. And see if that same woman that you are in love with loves you the same. Lose value as a man and see if that female loves you the same. No. It don't work like that. So what you got to do as a man, you got to spend less time chasing women, less time making babies, and more time building up your wealth, building up your experience, going through the ups and downs of building your value. And once you do that, then and only then can you have a woman, have a family, and not be emasculated and demasculated in a certain way. And why do you say that, GMB TV? Well, listen, man. When you already a millionaire or you already financially stable, there is no woman that can come into your life and make you feel less than a man because of money. There's no woman that can come into your life and make you feel less than a man and demasculate you and disrespect you and belittle you because maybe you don't have them. How do they emasculate men? They make you feel like you don't have enough money. They make you feel like you're not doing enough. They make you feel like you're not successful enough. So what you have to do is build up that value and then get married. And then have children. Yeah. This is what they not telling the youngsters. This is the game that's missing. Because there's no female in the world that can emasculate or make a real man feel any less than a man than what he really is. Unless they have the tools to do it. Unless you skip steps. You can't skip steps. You don't get to skip steps on the path to success. You don't get to skip steps on the path to being a real man. The head of and we all are skipping steps. You turn 22, you get a girl pregnant, now you got a baby. You skip step. You are not supposed to be doing that. You turn 23, you get on one knee, let me tell you something. Love is an emotion. Love is a fleeting emotion. What do you mean by that, GMB TV? Well, what I mean by that is you can love somebody today and hate them tomorrow. And then you can love them again the next day and not be satisfied or not be happy with them. Love is an emotion. So you mean to tell me you're going to get on one knee, you're going to give your life to a female because you are in love? No. Love is a small part of it. The other side of it is a business. You don't go into a business deal because you are in love with somebody. You don't want to make a bad business deal because you are in love. Nobody goes, you have never heard one successful man say, I went into business with this person because I love them so much. You go into business because it is profitable. It is beneficial. You don't pick a business partner because you are in love with them. And that's where, again, a lot of men, we are making that mistake. The mistake of, I love you. I love you. So I'm going to indulge and engage in a contractual agreement. Woo! Woo! Yeah, you skipping steps, homie. Marriage is a contractual agreement. The same way you got to get a business license to have an LLC is the same way you got to have a business license. Yeah, you got to have a license to get married. You got to have a license to drive a car. You got to have a license to operate a LLC. So again, my point of even saying all of this is the fact is, when you skip steps, when you have a generation of men that did not take the time to really fully walk into manhood, we were so busy having babies and having baby mamas. We were so busy getting married. We were so busy being in love as men. We put ourselves in a position to be disrespected and emasculated. And then when you look back at your grandfather, you don't remember your grandmother ever disrespecting your grandfather didn't make $100,000 a year. Your grandfather didn't make $1 million a year. Your grandfather didn't have a Rolls Royce. Your grandfather didn't have a mansion. Your grandfather didn't have a pool in his backyard. Your grandfather didn't have none of that. But what he did have is the respect as a man. Everybody respected that man. He went to that factory. He came home every goddamn day with dirty hands, and everybody respected that man. But these guys now, men today, are being disrespected. Men today got girls like Doechi talking about heterosexual men are red flags. Let me tell you something, right? Pure game giving. All love, no hate, right? You always hear women say, I want a man that makes 6 figures. I want a man that's 6'1". I want a man that does this, and I want a man that does that. But guess what? We never hear women say, I have a man that is 6'1". I have a man that makes 6 figures. I have a man that respects me. I have a man that is a hetero. You never hear them say they have what they want. Because the men that have taken the time out, the men that didn't get a baby mama, the men that didn't have children at a young age, the men that are not married, the men that focused on building their value before marriage and before children, they won't even look at these type of women. They won't even lay down with listen, man, you might get one date. That's why those women always say they want that, but they never have that. Because when you take the time to build yourself as a man, when you take the time to build your value, you don't have to deal with women talking about what's a red flag or not. You don't need a woman to let you use her car. You don't need a woman to pay to do. Nigga, everything is taken care of. So now this where it get deep at. When you build your value up as a man, what actually do you need a woman for? Woo! This is why the guys that have done that always get called, they have 4 or 5 girlfriends, they're cheaters. They don't, they do what the fuck they want to do. The same dude that the women say they want, they can't even maintain. That same guy will have 4 of you, 5 of you, 6 of you. Because he's already successful. His bank account is already on plus. He already owns property. He don't need you to cook. He can hire a chef. He don't need you to fold his clothes. He can hire a maid. He don't need you to clean up his house. He can hire a maid. He don't need you for sex because women is giving up sex like that. All you got to do is look like you got some money, and the sex is like that. So what the fuck do he need you for? He don't care if you successful. He already got his own money. He don't care about your degrees. He already got his own degrees. He don't care. So these is the reasons why we are in a position where men are being disrespected. Heterosexual, masculine men are being disrespected because the tables have turned. Now you don't just get to be a man, you have to now be a man of value. And I'm trying to tell my youngsters out there, it takes time to become a man of value. Yeah, we're going to have small exceptions to the rules. You know, you might have a Casanet. You might have a YouTuber or a rapper who 22 years old and they make a bunch of millions of dollars, and that's less than 1%. Aboriginal, I'm not saying, let me rephrase that. I appreciate that y'all take every word that I say and y'all take it as face value. Y'all don't, you know, a lot of the times you might not be able to see through the smoke and mirrors. You understand? And that's okay. You know what I mean? So let me double back on that. I'm not saying men don't need women. I never said, well, maybe I did say that, but that's not the context. That's not the full me. When I said men, when I said that, I said it in the context of if a man can pay for a chef, if he can pay for a maid, if he can pay, you know, for companionship, then he doesn't need you for that. So now a woman has to find, he don't need you for your degree. He don't need you for your success. Let's say your man he's not really motivated right at the moment. You don't become not motivated. You don't match that energy. So that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying men don't need women. What I'm saying is when you take the time to build your value up, the things that most of these men need from women, they will not need. And now women will have to become valuable in the real ways, in real ways. That's what I meant by that. We are in a day and age now where majority of men have not taken the proper time to themselves in isolation to build up their value before they have babies, listen, I'm one of those men, bro. You know, my generation, you know, I'm a PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but a big ain't get a dollar out of me. No Cadillac, no hers you can't see. Cause I'm a motherfucking PIM. I'm about my money, you see. You can holler at me. Like, this is what we was raised on, my generation. So the majority of my generation, we had babies early. We had babies at 21. We got baby mamas. We got child support. We got all kind of different things that hindered us from becoming our full potential as men. So all I'm doing is telling youngsters, avoid all of that. Build up your value. Stand on grown man business, and you will not have to worry about a woman trying to belittle you, trying to emasculate you, trying to stand on you because she make more money than you, because she took more, because she was born with value. So she took more time, you understand what I'm saying, to build her value while you was out running in the streets. While you was out there running around in the streets, while you was out there having babies, while you was out there doing everything but building up your value. We all, you know, I want to just land with this, right? You know, supreme masculinity always needs supreme femininity. These are yin and yang. So I don't know, you know, how you took that and made it that, but I'm gonna correct that. Salute the Aboriginal. You already know I rock with you, but I'm gonna correct that. This is, you know, some things that's understood don't have to be spoken. Supreme masculinity always combines with supreme femininity. But when you have not built up your value as a man, now that supreme femininity turns to masculinity. And now you got masculine women like Doechi telling grown-ass men that being a man is a red flag and it's going viral. You got little-ass women Again, out one minute y'all not being protected, the next minute you the alpha, telling grown ass men what it is and what it ain't. Stocks, education, trade school, whatever it is that work for you. The whole point is do it as soon as you turn 20, 21, get into what you need to get into, start building your value. By the time you are 28, 34, you will be approaching a level of life, a level of manhood where you dictate everything that go on around you. And a woman cannot, she can accept it or she can leave. Most dudes can't make the woman leave because they need the woman for some reason. They need the money. They need her car. They need this. They need that. So you can't even really stand on business. And then these women go from feminine to masculine because they say, oh, I make more money than you, nigga. I'm the breadwinner. Oh, nigga, I make triple time what you make. So I'm the breadwinner. I say so. Not understanding that the money never made the man make the money. So just because you got money, it don't make you the breadwinner. That means you make the most. You're not the head of the household because you make the most money. But women think money and the system has been turned around to now that money makes you a man. Now you got all these suckers with money, and everybody like, oh, these niggas. Nah, that's y'all. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Again, you have to build your value as a man. We don't get to skip any steps, homie. Trials and tribulations. You got to be tested to have testimony. You got to go through the fire, my G. Before you get to have a wife, before you get to have a fully functional, beautiful family, you got to go through the fire. You got to be war tested. And a lot of the times, us men, we are making babies. We are getting married. We are doing all of these things before we have fully been tested. And now you got a woman that's watching you be tested. She watching you lose everything, and now you got to get it back. She watching you get money, go broke, then get it back. She watching you go through the ups and downs of becoming a valuable man, and now she think you soft. Or she think, I got something on this nigga. Yeah, he was just broke last. Oh. Now, again, childhood trauma. A lot of men we're not even taking the time to address our childhood drama. But, we all have it. It take years, homie. You are not fully aware of all this shit and healed until you about 35. Why the fuck would you bring kids into that? You approaching 35, you should be in a place in your life where you can say, yo, I went to therapy. I healed my childhood traumas. I went to school. I'm making $200,000 a year. I have my own property. I have my own house. I'm financially stable. I don't need a bitch for nothing. Now you find the woman that you want. Now you start a family. Now you say, hey, I want to marry you. I want to make you my wife. Now you do that. So one of the reasons why I'm shadow banned, one of the reasons why my channel is always on watch, it's always being, combed it's being picked like a fine-tooth comb, is because I give up this type of game. The type of game that might offend you. Heterosexual men are a red flag, is offensive. I think that a transmission is I think a man with a fucking wig on is a red flag. If a man with a wig and lipstick walks into any establishment I'm in, my antennas go up. That is a red flag. That is a sickly person. That is somebody that is delusional. They are capable of doing anything and hurting anybody if they thought it was okay to come outside with a wig and a goddamn mouthful of lipstick. But you know what? If I say that, that's considered a problem. How do we reverse this? We tell the young men, 15 to 18, brother, graduate from high school, figure out what you want to be. Take time. Go to school, go into the military, Figure out what your purpose is. Save your money. Protect your credit. Work hard. From 20 to 30, you should not be focusing on a relationship. You can have friends. Put a condom on. Put 3 condoms on. Yeah, fuck it. Put 3, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Put 3 condoms on. Put 3 condoms on. Trust me, the sex is not like back in the day. Women, you know, fucking cheeseburger is worth more than the pussy that's out here. So you ain't got to never worry. This ain't back in the day. You ain't got to worry about if you're going to be able to get physical companionship from these women. They throwing the pussy around like it ain't even worth a Big Mac. The pussy ain't worth a quarter pounder. A quarter pounder is worth more than most of the... Yeah, it's worth more. And if you really got a problem, Pornhub is free. See? Again, nobody want to get these youngsters. Oh, it's easy. It's very easy on how to fix this. When the next generation says, I'm not having no kids early, I'm going to school, I'm going to build up my value, I'm not wasting time chasing and going on dates and catering to some fucking woman that'll leave me if I go broke. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. Lose some shit. Go broke, nigga, and imagine the arguments you're going to have with your wife. Don't make enough money and imagine the arguments you're going to have with your wife. The same woman you love and you got on one knee and y'all was so in love. Oh, I love you so much. Turn around and tell that same woman, yo, I lost my job. I ain't got no money. I ain't gonna have no money for the next year. I'm fucked up. And see what happened. See how the love changed. So the new generation got to understand that is just an emotion. We are no longer moving off of fleeing emotions. Build yourself up, build your value up. Establish yourself financially. Then you start dating. Now these women can't call you a broke nigga. They can't emasculate you. They can't talk down to you. They can't tell you they the breadwinner. They can't tell you what you is and what you ain't because you are already a man. One thing I want to say is this, right? It's nothing wrong with looking back on the past and taking pointers and trying to figure out different ways, but time is moving forward. So when people say, I want a traditional woman, that shit is non-existent. When people say, I want a traditional man, that is non-existent. The traditional man that you are talking about no longer exists. What we are right now is what is considered the man, a traditional man. And the only way to achieve this, the only way to stop the disrespect, the only way to show the difference, the only way to have a hierarchy is to put yourself and build your value up as a man and make everything around you respect what you are. You got $1 million, you got $100 million, 10 women will respect you. 10 women will have your baby and they'll all play nice with each other. You're my baby mama. I bought you a house. I got you a car. You have a monthly allowance. You're my baby mama. I bought you a house. I bought you a car in the same neighborhood. You have a $10,000 a month allowance. I got 5 baby mamas. That's $50,000 a month in allowances. And I bought you a house and I bought you a car. They will all live happily ever after. They will all live happily ever after. But if you have not built up your value, homie, you're not even going to get too far with one woman. Because she's going to say, oh, yeah. She knew you wasn't. She knew when she married you or had a baby with you, you wasn't financially stable. Now it's where the money at. The money you ain't never had in the first place. Where is the money at? Oh, nigga, you gonna go through it, man. And then that's going to lead to the disrespect. I just needed to drop those jewels and give that game up to all my youngsters out there. A Doechi will watch her mouth in the presence of $1 million man. A Doechi, let me tell you, the Grammys is full with successful people, men that have built up their value. And guess what Doechi did when she got in front of those? Let me show you. Let me show you what Doechi did when she got in front of those men. Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you exactly what Doechi did when Doechi got in front of those successful men at the Grammy. That's what she did. Oh. Oh. Look at Doechi. You feel me? Doechi was willing to get half naked in front of all those heterosexual men. Doechi didn't get up there on stage and say, "Oh, the biggest red flag is you hetero." She wouldn't dare open her goddamn mouth around real men in a room full of men, successful, high value men. She wouldn't dare. She took her clothes off and got the pop locking and dropping it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Doechi did. Yeah, in a room full of success. Jay-Z was in the room. It was a bunch of grown-ass men in the room. I don't know what their sexualities was, all of them, right? But it was a bunch of high-value men, men that had built up their value enough to be in the same room at the Grammys with a suit and tie on. And Doechi bust that coochie wide open. She didn't waste a minute. She danced around. I'm gonna show you some more. She danced around that damn stage like she was supposed to, Doechi. Yeah. Yeah. You know what to do around men that have built up their value. But when you get to talking reckless, that's because you ain't around. Oh, what's the biggest red flag is a heterosexual. Well, why you didn't say that when you took your goddamn clothes? Look. Look at Doechi. Look at Doechi. She popping that motherfucker. Look. Yeah. Yeah, look. That's the look right there. Because in a room full of real men with money and value, because it's not just money that make the man make the money. Men in that room, she did exactly, the only value she brought to that room was taking off her clothes and pop locking and dropping it. See? Those men in that room at the Grammys, they didn't need you to fold no clothes, Doechi. They didn't need the keys to your car, Doechi. They didn't need you to cook nothing. They got maids. They got chefs and all that. So what value do you, or take your goddamn clothes off, though? You knew exactly what to do. Nobody made you do that. You knew exactly what to do. Youngster, when you take the time to build up your value, when you take the time to elevate yourself as a man without any distractions, without a girlfriend, without a wife, when you take the time to do these things, you build up a certain level of value, a certain level of masculinity that even a Doechi is going to take her clothes off. You're not going to have to look for your wife. She's going to look for you. Oh, yeah. This is what they don't want me to tell y'all. This is the game they don't want me. Listen, youngster, again, when you build up your value as a man, you're going to reach a certain level of masculinity that you're not going to have to look for your wife. They're going to be looking for you. And she wouldn't dare disrespect you. She wouldn't dare tell you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. She wouldn't dare open her fucking mouth like that. But you know what she will do? This, look. This is what she'll do. Look, right there, look. Look. Look at Doechi. Look. 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 Yeah, Doechi. Look. In a room full of valuable men, she knew exactly what to do. Shake your ass and open your mouth. You didn't have that kind of high power talk when you was in that room. You wasn't talking that high power shit when you was in front of those men worth 100 million, a couple of billion. Your ass was pop locking and dropping it. So, don't come around us. You know what I'm saying? Don't come around us trying to tell us what a red flag is and what a red flag ain't. See, I understand that the man make the money. The money don't make the man. So me personally, Grown Man Business TV, I ain't got to be worth $100 million to check something. I'm going to check that. I don't respect it, so I'm going to check it. If I don't respect it, I got to check it. And I'm a big dog. I'm a real man. But I'm only a vessel. I'm only a vessel for the message. So, the attack is going to be in different, for everybody. They're going to attack us all in different ways. It's going to be one umbrella, and they're going to find different ways to attack you. And me, I'm an 80s baby. I'm one of the kids that come from a somewhat dysfunctional family. So, my childhood trauma was wanting my family. I want the man in the house. I want God at the top of the house. I want the man in the house. I want the wife in the house, and I want the children all under one roof with God. That's what I worked hard for. That's what I sacrificed, and that's what I'm sacrificing for. So the only people that could affect me, the only people that could stab me in the back, the only people that could make me doubt myself is the people under this roof. And as a man, that's even a level of masculinity that I'm growing to. That you know what? The only person, the only one that matters when it comes to me is God. Everything else falls under me. So what you say I can't let that affect me. If you my wife, then that means it's God, man, woman. That means you under this. So if you saying something, I gotta listen to God. I gotta listen to the downloads. I gotta listen to what's being downloaded from the yeah. I gotta listen to God, and I gotta move accordingly. Youngsters, don't waste your time in these full-blown relationships too young. Love is a fleeting emotion. And if you don't handle this shit the right way, when the love leaves, you think that it's divorce time. You think that it's time to break up. You don't understand that love is a fleeting emotion. So in 2 days, you're going to probably feel love again. Dopamines. You're going to want your girl back. You're going to want your wife. You're going to want that. The only thing you should be focusing on is stacking your paper, getting your education, your trade school, whatever you choose to do, and then figuring out what is my purpose on this planet and start walking in your purpose. When you walk in your purpose, the women follow you. When you are chasing your purpose, the women will chase you. You ain't got to chase women when you a man walking in your purpose. You ain't got to chase a bag when you a man that's walking in his purpose. You ain't got to do no chasing. You understand? When you are walking in your purpose, Doechi, this is what they gonna do right here. This is what they gonna do. Look at Doechi. Look. Look. Look at Doechi. Look. Yeah, she got in front of those people, you know what I mean? Room full of dog fur, couple of niggas around, but the majority dog fur, and she popped that little cat open. She ain't have motherfucker, we don't need no high power talk from you, shorty. Get your ass on that stage, take your clothes off, and do what we brought your ass here to do. So I don't respect it. And it's gonna take it's gonna take a grown man to just speak on that. You know, let me lastly say this, right? There is no regret. You know, I want to put this out there, right? Sometimes you can go into a bad business. You can go into a bad business deal and you can work on that business deal and make it a profitable business deal. Sometimes you can go into a situation that's not the best situation, and then you can make that situation an excellent situation. You understand? But if you go into a bad business deal, that means you starting in the red. That means you losing profit. That means you got to now build up to get into the black. So it's going to be a harder fight. That's my only point. So I don't want it to sound like I have no regrets. You know, I feel like I'm an exception to the rules. But man, if I knew what I knew now, yeah, you gotta take that woman through something. You gotta get with your female, start building a relationship, lose your job, find another job, get your money, you know, make a bad investment, blow the bag. See what she do. See how she treats you when you got all the money, when you got the property, when you got everything, and then blow that shit or fuck it up somehow, and then see how she treats you when you lose it. You got to go through those things before you get on one knee and you propose to a woman, and that take time. That take value being built up. You lose your job, man. 99.9% of women gonna leave your ass. Oh, I'm not happy anymore. You know, he hasn't been lost his job. I'm not happy. Motherfucker they not happy, they leave. Because you wasn't supposed to be in that situation. You were supposed to be building up value as a man. Big salute to the chat, man. Appreciate everybody that's tapped in. I appreciate everybody that's just showing love, man. But you gotta understand is the downloads will download. You know, I was told that, you know, I shouldn't be, you know, going live with you guys so much. I shouldn't be speaking to you guys an hour, 2 hours out the week because it adds up to 10 hours. You know, this is the whole thing. And it made me for the first time doubt the downloads. It made me doubt my message. It made me doubt the content that I'm putting out. And, you know, I'm so appreciative of, you know, just God, bro. I'm so appreciative of the downloads because, you know, and just wisdom. I'm appreciative. I'm so thankful to be able to say that I'm 40 plus. Because with the wisdom I have gained and garnered over the years, you know, it allowed me to take those words, digest those words, take those words in, digest them, and then apply them, you know, if it was right or if it was wrong. And it let me know, don't let nobody kill your dreams, homie. Don't let nobody stop you from what you feel like you should be doing. Don't let nobody deter you. You know what I'm saying? You tell a motherfucker your dreams, now they can kill your dream. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody what you about to do. Don't tell nobody what you see. Don't tell nobody what you dream about. Don't tell nobody nothing. Because the first thing they're going to probably do is try to kill your dream. Try to put out your fire. They're going to try to dim your light so they can shine brighter. That's what I got from the situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was able to even go live today and give this message and deliver these downloads, because I was backed up. The downloads is downloading. And I'm saying to myself, like, I don't even want to go live because this person going to see me live and, you know what I mean? Like, is it worth it? You know, I got a lot of shit that I'm doing. I got a lot of things that I'm sacrificing and working hard to achieve. And maybe this person was right. Maybe I shouldn't be wasting no time with my channel. Maybe I should just be putting everything into trying to achieve these goals, which I'm putting everything into it. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, it's as a man, that's what come with this. Your child gonna say something to you, your wife, your mama, your sister, somebody gonna say something to you that you not gonna like. And then it's time for you to look to God. Ask God. Don't ask your wife. Don't ask nobody. Don't say what you think, what you thought. Don't worry about that. As a man, you have built up enough value in yourself where you can now look to God and you can say, God, what do you want from me? God, what is this? God, why am I feeling this good? God, lead me. Lead me. Give me direction. Give me discernment. Give me patience. Give me these qualities. I need these. These are what make you a man. And God is going to answer you. Don't expect your fucking wife to answer you. Don't expect your children or your mama to give you the answer. They can't give you those answers. As a man, you are supposed to go to God. And even today, that's something that, you know, it took me a long time. It took me a long time to understand that. It took me a long time to understand that, man, you got to get on your knees. You got to pray to God. Be intentional when you talk to him. When you talking to that energy, be intentional. Say exactly what you feel. Say exactly what you want and mean it. But again, when you get married at 22, when you got baby mamas, you got child support, you got all these different distractions stopping you from even being able to connect with God because you worried about everybody else. You didn't take time to build yourself as a man. You didn't take time to build your value as a man. And as a man, when you build up a certain value and you reach a certain potential, that's it. Only God can judge me. We hear all these terms. These terms come from men that have built up a certain value that you realize at the top of the mountain, you could have $100 trillion. You can have the biggest house. You can have the biggest car. God trumps all of that. You can have everything in this world, and it won't mean nothing if you have not connected with God, homie. What does it mean for a man to sell his soul and gain the world, or gain the world and sell his soul? That's what I got from that conversation. I don't need to talk to you. I need to talk to God. And when the tables turn, which they always do, we can see things clearer from now. We can see things 100 times clearer, and we can proceed. We can proceed with caution. We can proceed the right way. Until then, you trapping yourself, B. Young man, value. Big salute to the chat, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Hey, listen, man, hit that subscribe button. You know, we approaching 38,000 subscribers as we speak right now. And I need 9 more subscribers. So if you are in the chat and you have not hit the subscribe button, I need you to do that. You know, we well over 100 likes. All I like is, you know, I need that. 38K. Yeah, we growing, big dog. Even when I take days off, I check my analytics, we are growing every day. We are approaching 40,000 subscribers. We not even, and listen, man, you know, I had to turn up. I got to turn back up. I turned down a little bit because the energies were attacking me. The energies were affecting me. Yeah, the closest people to me are being used against me, and that's okay. I don't fault them. They don't even know, they know not what they do. The energies are working them. They don't even know what they doing when they doing what they doing. And as a man, it's automatic forgiveness for that. That's not even you. You don't even know what you do. But I can't let it, it ain't never gonna break me or stop me. I just gotta go harder. I want my goals to be achieved, and I'm gonna fucking achieve them. Period. That's it. I need 9 more subscribers, man. You already see how we giving it up. You see that? Need 9 more subscribers, man. 9 more. Let me get 7 more subscribers. 7 more subscribers. Big salute to the chat. We gonna run these numbers up. I will be live again tomorrow. It might be a shorter live than this. But we're gonna have some conversations, man. It's a lot going on out here. It's a lot going on out here in these YouTube streets. You know, you got Charleston White, you know what I mean? A video of Charleston White being a rat. You got a lot of people talking about that. You got Hassan Campbell and Mano. You know, they going back and forth. They having they disputes and all that. You know, big salute to everybody doing their content. Big salute to everybody doing their thing, man. You know, I'm gonna stay in my lane. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stay in my lane. You know, big salute to the MEAC out there. The MEAC, you know what I mean? MEAC weekend, that's like college football, college basketball, you know, out there in Norfolk, Virginia. You gotta know, man, 757 Norfolk, Virginia, man, I'm from a legendary city. I'm from a historical city, man. And I love my city, man. And I really love all the parties and the block party and all the celebrities, Lil Wayne, you know, everybody was in Virginia this weekend. You know what I mean? And big salute to VA. Big salute to 757. You know, we killed that. Big salute to all the youngsters out there that kept the violence at a minimum. All the OGs out there that stood on business. You know, we had parties, we had after parties, we had day parties, we had block parties, and little to no violence. Little to no violence. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to throw that out there at the end of this live stream that, you know, I love to see that. You know, a lot of people ask me why I don't speak on VA so much is because we kind of got VA under control to a certain extent. I mean, it's going to be violence, but yeah, nigga, I can make a call to the city. You know, things happen and I get phone calls and I can make shit happen at a push of a button. I'm a real big dog in my city. I'm a real big dog in my city, and I'm mad that I missed the MEAC weekend. Man, the city was lit. Big salute to Norfolk, Virginia, VA, nigga, 757. I love that shit. I love to see it. You know what I mean? You know, amazing, historical. The scope, nigga, Sweet Pea Whitaker, like we just a different breed. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna hold y'all up, man. I got some things to get into. Yeah. It's a lot going on in VA. You know, I love it though. You know, we back in the algorithm, man. We definitely gonna tap in. We definitely gonna lock in, and we gonna make some things happen. And listen, man. You know, stand on business. Stand on business, youngster. Youngster, this is not the time to party. This is not the time to smoke a bunch of weed and get drunk and party. You know, you 20, 21 years old. This is not the time to waste, B. You are on a fucking time clock. You are on a time clock. And the last thing you want to do is be 30 and 35 years old trying to now make up for lost time. 30 and 35 years old, you know, not built up to a high value, and now you got your old lady or you got this girlfriend or you got your shorty talking to you like you crazy because she thinks she the man of the house. You know, she make more money than you, so she thinks she could talk to you anytime. And now you got to go through, you know, the things I see a lot of men going through. You understand what I'm saying? So build up your value. Don't worry about it. If you ain't going on no dates, you ain't getting no pussy right now, that's okay. You got Pornhub. Click in what you like, what you into. I mean, what you like the snow bunnies? You know what I mean? What you like the BBWs? I mean, what you into? It's all on Pornhub. That's all you got to do as a young man. Yeah. Salute. Appreciate that, man. Potential Grounds LLC. Yeah, appreciate that 5-piece nugget. Stay bombastic for free. Yeah, Joe Smith, Bruce Smith, Missy Elliott, Allen Iverson, Michael Vick, Timberland and Magoo. You know what I'm saying? Bink, the Knots. You know what I'm saying? Pharrell Williams, the Clips. You know what I mean? Like Family. You know, we got legends. Teddy Riley was out there. You know, Teddy Riley didn't stay in New York. He bought a big-ass mansion in Virginia Beach and did all that good music. You feel what I'm saying? Chris Brown, Trey Songz. Grown Man Business TV. Keyshawn Davis. Oh yeah, I had to throw myself. You thought I wasn't gonna throw myself in there? Thought I wasn't gonna put that GMB TV young legend in the making. Keyshawn Davis, big time boxer. Big K battle rapper. Av battle rapper. Legends in the city, homie. You know, and the city was lit this weekend. MEAC weekend is crazy. Every year, I suggest you make your way to Norfolk, Virginia. Next year, Grown Man Business TV will be there. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna leave y'all with this. My personal email and my business email are two separate emails. I'm always checking my personal email. You know, everything, bills, everything coming to my personal. But my GMB TV email, I be missing it because I be forgetting to check it. And I had, I had some opportunities in the in the emails for some bookings, and salute to those who reached out. I apologize, man. I didn't even look. I didn't even know. But I had like two potential bookings for walkthroughs this MEAC. You know what I mean? Missed out on some paper. It's all good. Make it right. Next year is going to be crazy. Crazy. I'm going to be all through the MEAC. I'm going to be all through the city. I'm going to be doing walkthroughs. I'm going to be in the city, man. So, let's prepare for next year, 2026, MEAC weekend, Norfolk, Virginia. It's going to be lit. Yeah, man. Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? The most influential cultural impact player of the fucking NBA history. Michael Jordan didn't have a cultural impact like Allen Iverson. There were no tattoos before a VA nigga came into the league. There was no cornrows before a VA dude came in the league. There was no arm sleeves before a VA dude came into the league. Big salute to the chat, man. You already know what time it is. Hit that subscribe button, man. I want 38,000 before I lay it down with you guys. I want 38K, man. 38K. I need 6 subscribers. There's 92 of y'all in here. Hit the subscribe button if you ain't already did that. I need 6 people to hit that subscribe button, and we gonna get up out of here. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, Doechi was pop locking and dropping it. She was popping pussy for the higher ups and the elites. You feel me? Doechi was popping that coochie. You know what I mean? Fuck out of dub going on with Doechi. Nasty work. Big salute to the chat, man. Hey, listen, you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You already know you can tap in, tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest that you tap in. Listen, man, I suggest you tap into this Grown Man business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. I'm going to give you that pure dope, straight raw. Straight raw. And the message in the madness is young men have to take more time in building up their self-worth and their self-value. Instead of having babies, having baby mamas, having wives, doing all these different fucking things, being in relationships, having girlfriends, having side chicks, all this different shit is stopping you from reaching your full potential. And by the time you want to reach your full potential, it will be too late. So that's the message in the madness. That's the message, homie. You got to understand something. It's a reason why, you don't just see men become monks, Buddhist monks. You know why you don't see men become Buddhist monks? Because they have to go into the mountains and they have to isolate themselves. And it takes years upon years upon years of experience, learning, training yourself, building your self-value up, building your confidence, building your discernment, building your patience, building all these different things to make you a fucking Buddhist monk. That's why you don't see them. And it's the same thing with real men. You don't become a real man just because you turn 18. You don't become a real man just because you come across money. The man make the money don't make the man. So if you get money too early and you haven't spent enough time building up your self-worth, that money almost evaporates. That money don't even mean shit. You got to be a man first And it take years to do that. Your brain don't develop until, your brain don't fully develop. Let me just break this down for you, right? The first 18 years of your life, you live with your mama. Your brain don't fully develop as a young man until 25. So that means at 25, that's your first time having a fully developed brain. You need the next 10 years to tap into that fully developed brain. That will make you 35. 35. That will be your first 10 years with a fully developed brain. 35. By the time you 40, so that's just giving you a smooth timeline, homie. You got a lot of work to do once you hit 21. And I suggest you hit the ground running. And I suggest you don't waste time trying to satisfy no fucking woman, trying to get married or have children. You need to build up your self-value, build up your money, build up your financial stability, build up your credit, build up all these things that will help you and certify and stamp you. It's not just the things that you gain. It's not just the money. It's not just the credit. It's not just the property, but it's the time spent. It's the experience that make you powerful, that make you a man, that make you a high value man. It's the experience. You've experienced. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat. You know how I feel about y'all, man. It's all love. Always gonna be love. Always gonna be a real thing. 4 more subscribers, and I got 8,000 subscribers. So I should have that by tonight. You already know what time it is, man. You are tapped into the Realest channel on YouTube. I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. And if you merge into this lane, we gonna crash out. Point blank, period. So listen, man, you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. Gang.